All right, so can you introduce yourself?
You're Ishad, aka. Never mind. This is Shad. Hey.
So I'm pretty sure it was AKA DAI 777 Dark Angel Images. Where did that name come from?
Um, Dark Angel Images came from actually. Long story short, my brother Tiny, if you know him, huge. He came up with the name, and Dark Angel Images. Dark is spelled regular, but an angel is double A's for archangel, highest rank angel in the Bible, and then 777 is man's number. So, it had a lot of meaning into it. But, however, um, we're dealing with everybody. It doesn't have a universal appeal. So DAI 777 is so we can market to everybody.
So you mentioned your brother Tiny. He helped come up with that name. Is there anything else that he influenced you with?
Honestly, Tiny's the only reason that I knew photography even existed. Like I didn't even know you can do it as a job. Like I came over to his house one day and he was like, he just had all this stuff, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm gonna take pictures of people. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, I'm gonna take pictures of people and I charge them for it. I'm like, that's a thing? He said, yeah. Mind you, I don't know why I thought like that, but after I went on a couple shoots with him, it was a wrap. So like he's the one that he taught me everything. Like he gave me my foundation. Um, and like a couple years ago, we were sitting there talking, and I was just complaining, and he just started like being old and started smiling at me. It was like, bro, I knew that you were gonna take this joint and run with it or some shit like that. But yeah, Tiny's the man, yo. Like, shout out to my guy.
So Tiny's the reason that you're behind the camera. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Fact.
So in a situation like this, I know it's not easy, seeing as how I'm here and I just went through it for the past 14 minutes. How difficult is it relinquishing control and kind of putting yourself in front of the camera and trusting somebody else to be behind the camera for you?
Um, it effing sucks. Just like for anything else, you gotta let it go. But it's my guy behind the camera, so I'm not too worried about it. It's just more like we always strive for perfection, being creative people. I just want everything to be nice. So that's it. It's not too bad. As far as like everybody else, I don't know because I don't let it happen.
So you speak highly of perfection. You know, you mentioned perfection quite a few times. How come you don't take that same perfection that you use for your clients? How come you don't attribute that to yourself and your
Damn,
partner?
nigga. um, Honestly, I've been having a lot of talks about that. That's a really good question. I've been having a lot ever since I got last year when I had my birthday hit. Um, I prayed to God for clarity, and I just wanted to understand. I just wanted things to make sense. Um, and I had to like understand like why am I not as happy as I want to be? Why am I not where I want to be at? Um, and I had to really like have a heart to heart conversation with myself and look myself in the mirror and say, "You're lazy. You're not really putting your all in." I have definitely have what they call imposter syndrome. So like I'll minimize my own ideas, but when I actually post them, people both go bananas. So it's just more like it's a lack of confidence. It's a lot of things, but like great hope. Thankfully, I'm sorry, I have a lot of good friends, and I've learned to talk, and they've been helping me work through it.
Thankful for friends. Thankful for friends. So when those friends aren't around, what do you do for yourself to kind of get over that imposter syndrome? Aside from praying, which you just did mention, is there anything that you actually do creatively to help get you out of that and to remind yourself, like, nigga, I'm dope.
I do a lot. So as you guys know or as you see, I don't take like vacations. But if you ever came to my studio, you'll see it's like a wonderland of just creativity. Every little thing I've ever wanted to do, I just let myself do. So when I am feeling like a slump, like I'm not with it. Well, the first thing I do, I breathe and then I just lay out my problems. It's easier for me to process them if I can just. Shout out to my bro A. He said zoom out, just think about put everything out on the table and just think about it. Once I realize okay it's not that deep, I gotta go relax. I'll go on to Photoshop and just freestyle something. I'll go in the garage and just go build something. I'll go clean something up. It doesn't. Whatever my heart desires, whatever I feel like doing, whatever catches my attention. Go play with my dog. Shout out to my dog. But yeah, that's it. Hope I answered. Did I answer the question?
You did.
Okay, cool.
So you mentioned construction. That's something that people probably don't know about you too much. You're not just a creative. You're also a builder. You're a man's man.
Facts.
Uh, so does that also come into contact with like smoke detectors? Like, is that the reason why the smoke detector been beeping this whole interview?
Yeah, I'm lazy. So that's crazy. You the smoke detector. You heard that shit? That's bananas. But this is why we can't do interviews together. I should have called somebody else. um, yeah, safety. What do you? I already know the question. What was the question?
So in your life of working, in your career of creating, what are
That was nice. Say that again.
in your life of working in your life of working and in your career of creating, uh, give me your top two photos that automatically come to mind.
Hmm. I did a photo shoot with a girl. Shout out to Trasia. She had a black dress on and it was plants. And the reason I remember it is because that's the first time that I shot something and whatever was in my head was like literally, am I blocking the camera in my hand? You just distracted me. See, I can't let go. But anyway, I that's the first time like that something was in my head and it literally just translated to the camera and I didn't have to do no settings. It was like a one take Jake right there. That one in the second photo. Um, the second photo I can say that was most memorable is the very first time I actually took a picture of myself with my camera. Only for the simple fact that I was watching I was on University of YouTube, and a photographer said that in order for you to relate with your clients, you should kind of put yourself in their shoes. So I was like, okay, well, let me do a self portrait. It took me about 10 minutes to set it up, about 3 days to muster up the courage to do it, and then yeah, so yeah, those two.
Speaking of YouTube University, is that your only form of education when it comes to everything that you do with videography, editing, Photoshop?
Life. I take inspiration from everything. So like, I've learned through my lifetime, just all the stuff I've been through, is that like, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. There's multiple ways to handle a problem, and going at it from different perspectives is is okay. So like, if I have an issue with something, I may talk to Tiny about something, and he has a very old soul, so he'll say something that'll just okay, I understand, and then what he says will trigger something that it will connect a dot with something, or sometimes if I really am like struggling, like for instance, I just shot with Red Komodo last weekend. One of the homies on the gram, shouts out to Dev Dooley, he just bought one. So I hit him up and I was like, yo, I watch these videos. You got any tips? Him with a bunch of camera talk, killed that joint.
Speaking of, that's actually pretty dope. So, and we live in a day and age where everybody wants they're out for themselves. They care about themselves. They don't want to offer help or look out or try to reach out for help. I feel like that's super commendable that you reached out to another photographer. So when it comes to that, do you find inspiration from other photographers?
Yes. I find it a lot actually, and it's I look up to a couple photographers, and it's more so uh, the simple fact that they have such variety and or the way they light their subjects, or even their composition. It's just something about the way that their angles are always looking. And then there's like my guy Sick Art. His colors are crazy. Like I don't understand how he does what he does. And every time he posts a picture, I'm trying to like break that thing down, but I just can't. So stuff like that. Like and then when he posts things, it just gives me hype. But like some photographers post certain things, and I'm like, okay, I see what it is, and then I'll go in the back cave and get to work. But like, yeah, all the time.
So just how you have photographers that you look up to, there are plenty of people who look up to you. You can obviously tell from every time you post something, you got fire emojis. How'd you do this? Do you do lessons and so on and so forth? So, what's one thing that you would tell an upcoming videographer or photographer that's watching your work and looking up to you?
Learn your fucking camera. Everybody's so bent and everybody's so hell bent on breaking the rules. Well, you can't break rules you don't know. You can't just sit there and just do whatever you want. So if you want to break the rules, you should kind of learn them. And there are some rules that just shouldn't be broken. So in regards to like videography, continuity, it doesn't make sense to break it. If it does, God bless you. But in most cases, it doesn't make sense to break it. So why do that? And if you don't know that you're breaking it, you're gonna have a problem. So it's just better to learn the rules to break it. And also, you spend thousands of dollars on these pieces of equipment. You should learn them. And you're taking people's money. You should learn how to use the equipment that you're using. And on top of that, being a creative person, you really should. It just prepares you better for everything because now you know what you can do. It kind of like once you know the tools at your disposal, the sky's the limit.
Who's your best friend?
Leaf. Well, yeah, Leaf. That was off the dome too. I said well because I felt Tiny getting jealous. But Tiny's
No,
like, yeah.
just needed a brief commercial break. So, out of everything that you do, what jobs do you enjoy the most? Is it a photo shoot, outdoor shoots, weddings? Do you like shooting weddings? Do you like shooting movies? What do you prefer to do the most?
Honestly, other than like portrait photography, like the basic portraits that I do, every job that's not because since I'm a freelancer, as you guys know, I'm all over the place. So I'll be at a wedding one day, I'll be at a bar mitzvah one day, I'll be at the strip club the next day, I'll be at a roost picnic the next day, I'll be covering this the next day. So it's like that's why I like really staying a freelancer because every job is a new experience for me. So therefore, I take it on as like a new challenge. So every job that I take is pretty dope.
Being a chameleon in all the work that you do, what exactly are you working towards? What's the end goal?
The end goal is to be the plug. Um, I don't doing photography and stuff like that. It's cool, but as far as like making it a business, I love it too much. There's too much sacrifice involved in turning something into a business, and the simple fact that I am a very sensitive artist. I care about every little piece of information that comes off my computer, and that is not conducive to helping clients sometimes. Because if somebody's on a deadline and I just shot a video involving love and I feel horrible, I'm not going to edit it because I don't want to put that energy onto the video. Doesn't matter. I have no idea. But if I'm not feeling in a loving mood, dang, I'll just hit the mic. But if I know if I'm not in the mood, but if I know I'm not in a loving mood, I'm not going to edit the video. So it's just like more of like I kind of just want to help connect creative people with people who need creative people. Don't steal my line.
Help connect creative people with people who need creative people. That was creative.
Yeah, off the
that
dome
was
too.
that was super creative. So how come we don't see you a lot? Like, what's so special about today? We never see you on social media like that. We don't really see you in front of the camera, here and there maybe. But what's the big deal now? What made you get in front of the camera now?
I don't know. To keep it being, I really don't. This is Shot We Trust. This is episode 7. I was gonna have Tiny do episode 7, and after everybody's been hitting me up on the gram talking about everybody, I gotta get online, show my face, blah 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 blah. I was like, you know what? Okay.
I like that. That was a good answer. And final question. We see a
Yes.
whole bunch. He said yes. We see all your videos. It's not a video. It's not a DAI 77 video without the whoosh, pew, and that's that logo behind you. Can you please explain the meaning of the logo and where it came from? Because it's going to be a logo that's engraved in all our minds soon in the future.
Yeah, I know it's tatted on me too, 2 times. Uh, it's sevens made into a triangle. It's 777. It's this man's number is lucky number 7. It's name of my dog 7. I don't know what else to say.
That's what's up. Anything else you want to say to the people?
Uh, Well, my name's Shad, as you know. Mr. DAI777. You can follow me on Instagram. I'll pop it up right here because I'm not saying it. And hi, Mom.
Can we see your dog?
Embarrass me. Come on. Come on. Come here. You want the cracker cracker? Come here. You want the cracker cracker? It's the puppy puppy. Hi-yo. Look. Who that? Ugh. Who that? There. Huh? Who's that? Is that the internet? Is that Instagram? Is that Instagram? Is that the crazy amps? All right, skedaddle, cuz.
Good.
Word. That was
That was a good
nice.
way to end it.